Hey beauty queens, welcome back to my channel. My name is JACQUE-BELLE. For my newbies and for my OBs, thank you guys so much for your love and support. Thank you for always stopping by. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. I really appreciate. Today's video is gonna be all about a full coverage foundation routine and trying this new contour stick that I got. If you want to see how this flawless look was achieved today, I suggest you watch this video to the end. But before we hop into that video, if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and also smash the notification bell. That way you'll be notified each time new video goes up. Alright, sure. So like I said earlier, today we're just doing a full coverage foundation routine. Nothing serious. Your girl just want to go in for a full coverage today. So before we start, you all know your girl needs to do this. This is one of my favorite primer. So we're doing that. So now, the foundation I'm going to be using today is this foundation from MAC, and it's the shade is N58. Guys, this foundation is awesome. Like I said earlier, we're doing a full coverage. If you're looking for something to give you a full coverage plus a matte finish, try this foundation from MAC. And one thing I really like about this foundation is because it has SPF in them. It says broad spectrum SPF 15. We want to look for foundation that has SPF in them, guys, because the sun is really harsh. You want to protect your skin as much as you can, honey. So use this. Get foundation that has SPF products in them. Sun protection factor. It's gonna help a whole lot, especially for the summer. So I'm moving right along to this foundation. You all know how to do this, right? We at the back of my hands. You don't have to do this, but I just like doing it because it makes my job easy. So we're gonna blend this out. So I'm moving on to my concealer. So since we're doing a lot of full coverage today, I'm gonna be blending two, just a little teeny bit of so. So we're gonna let this two concealer dry off before I blend them as always. But before we get into that, I'm gonna be trying this new contour stick that I told you guys about in my intro. So this foundation stick it has a dual end. This is one end and this is the other end. So one end is for like the highlight and then the other end is for the contour. So I'm gonna use this for my contour because obviously it's darker. So if you watch my previous video, you're gonna notice that this contour is lighter than what I normally use. So I'm gonna blend this and see if I need to blend it with something else, because it obviously feels and looks light, but let's blend it first. So it does feel light, y'all, just looking at that side. So what I'm going to do as always is just blend it with something that is darker. So that's what it is, guys. Try new stuff, and if you think it's not giving you what you want, just blend it with something. So I mean, it's a great product, but it's just too light for my skin. So it's gonna work great for somebody who's lighter than me, or somebody who has a lighter skin tone. Um, So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this to concealer. So today I really didn't contour my forehead because my forehead creases a lot, guys. So I'm just gonna use the excess from this beauty blender and then just go all over my forehead with it. Let's see how that works. That's not actually bad. And for my nose, as usual, I'm pinching my beauty blender. So that's that for my concealer. So I'm gonna do this extra step. I want to give it a little more highlight. So I'm going in with a lighter shade of concealer, just a little bit around my inner corners like so. So I'm gonna let that dry and then come back and blend it. So while that is drying, I'm gonna go in with my contour powder. So today I'm using this fluffy brush. That way, I mean, you just have to blend and diffuse everything into my skin. That way it doesn't give just one straight line. So right now I'm gonna blend in this extra concealer and then set my concealer in place. I just want to give it a little more light. And I'm working my way all the way on my eyelids, creating my base on my eyeshadow. That way I don't have to prime my eyelids again, not my whole face. I'm gonna use my loose powder to set my concealer in place. All right, y'all, so now that our concealer is being set in place, I'm going to set my foundation in place as always using a regular face powder. We want to set everything in place as well, setting concealer in place and setting foundation in place. So next I'm gonna bronze my face because I want it to be warm a little bit and create some shadows. So I'm using my bronzer from CoverGirl. And I'm gonna use a fluffier brush for my nose to just diffuse everything. Diffuse the contour and the highlight, make sure it's blended in. So now I'm gonna move on to my blush. And for my highlight, I'm using my highlighting loose powder from Wet n Wild. And if you remember with this, you just do a little bit because it's super. And I'm doing the same thing for my nose with a smaller brush. You guys know the next step, right? Set my makeup in place with my Skindanivia finishing setting spray. We're gonna do some sculpting. so today for the eyes, I'm using my color book from Revolution. Nothing too much on the eyes today, just something light and off. Trying to decide what I want to do on my lips, on my eyes today, but I'm just gonna try and do like a peachy kind of look. So at the center, I'm gonna use like a yellow shade. A shimmery yellow shade for my inner eyes. So that's that. And I'm gonna use my blending brush to blend everything together so it looks nice and even. So that's that for the eyes. And I'm using kind of like a yellow eyeshadow pencil to give it a little glitter on my inner corners. And I'm gonna use my brush to just diffuse it with the other colors. So that's it for my eyes, and I'm using my eyeliner. So I'm just doing my waterline with my gel eyeliner. Moving on to my bottom lashes with my bullet brush to blend some eyeshadow underneath my lash line. All right, you so that's it for my eyes, and we are going. I'm just letting it air dry before I apply it onto my I'm using this matte lipstick today for my lips, but first let me line my lips with this lip liner. That's it for the liner, and I'm moving on with my lipstick. That's that for that. So I'm gonna use this lighter shade of pink at the center of my lips. So you all, this is the final look of this full coverage foundation tutorial. I mean, it is awesome. That foundation, guys, it feels like I'm not wearing anything. It is lightweight. It gives you a matte finish. It covers everything. You just want to try this foundation, y'all. So, and guys, if you enjoyed this video, as always, do not forget to give your girl a big thumbs up and also smash the notification bell. That way you'll be notified each time new video comes up. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye bye.